So hello students of class 8. So today I am going to discuss the remaining question of exercise 8.4. So I am starting with question number 8. So you can read the question from the book. So in question number 8 it is given that there are two cars which are going opposite of each other. Okay. So this is a town. It is given in the question that there is a town and the two cars leave the town at the same time. Okay, at the same time they are leaving and they are going in opposite direction, opposite of each other, that means. Okay, and the speed is given. Speed of car 1 is 50 km per hour and speed of car 2 is 60 km per hour. So what is happening? See, after going in opposite direction, after going some distance, okay, they reached some point. Okay, they reached some point, so that the distance between them is 550 kilometer. Okay, so now what they are asking? They are asking that find the time. That means in how many hours they took how many hours to maintain the distance 550 kilometer between them. So we have to find the time taken. Okay, so see, first of all I have written speed of car 1 and speed of car 2. Next, let distance traveled by car 1 be x kilometer. That means from that town, suppose this is the town, okay, and from this town to this point, okay, this is the distance traveled by what? Car 1. So this distance I have taken what? I have taken x kilometer. And the total distance between the two locations, okay, here car 1 reached at point 1 and car 2 reached point at B. Okay, so see, the distance between town and this point A is suppose x kilometer. I am taking this distance. Okay, this is x kilometer. So then the distance traveled by car 2 will be what? So distance traveled by car 2 will be what? How much? This total distance is 550 kilometer. This one. Okay, this whole distance is 550 kilometer, and this much distance is x kilometer. So how much this distance will be? Yes, this distance will be what? 550 minus x kilometer. Okay, remember that I am taking the distance here. Already speed is given. Speed of car 1 and speed of car 2 is given. So I am here taking the distance traveled by car 1 and car 2, that is x kilometer and 550 minus x kilometer respectively. So next what we have to do, see, we know that speed is equal to what? Distance by time. So now we will take two conditions. So the first condition is for car 1 and the second condition I am taking for car 2, and I will apply the speed is equal to distance by time formula. Okay, so what will happen? See, if I am doing for car 1, then speed, in case of speed I have to write 50, and in case of distance, okay, distance you have to write for car 1. So for car 1 this distance is what? X. Okay, similarly I will write for car 2 also. Okay, so in denominator you have to write the time, so time is not given, so we have to write t only. Okay, similarly for car 2 we can write speed. In case of speed, in place of speed we can write 60 is equal to, in place of distance, okay, distance is traveled by car 2 is 550 minus x, so this will be 550 minus x by time. We don't know the time, so we have to find the time. Okay, so like this we have to solve these two equations to find the time. Okay, so see, I have written that part again. So for car 1 this is the speed, this is distance, this is time. Okay, similarly for car 2 this is the speed, this is the distance traveled by the car 2, and this is the time, that is t. Okay, so now see, just transpose t to that side, we will get 50t is equal to x. Similarly transpose t to that side, we will get 60t is equal to 550 minus x. So now next what we have to do, see, here the value of x is 50t. Just put this value in place of this x. Okay, so what we have to do, just put this equation as 1 and right here putting the value of x equal to 50t from equation number 2 to equation number 1. Okay, so these are equation you already know. So we'll put this value of x into this equation in place of x. So finally we get what? We get, we have to write 60t here, this will be 550, minus in place of x we have to put what? 50t. So 50t. So just transpose minus 50 to that this side. This will become plus 50t. So this will be 110t is equal to 550. So t is equal to what? T will be 550 by 110. So cancel it, you will get what? 5. So that means what? Finally you have to write therefore they took 5 hours so that the distance between them will be what? 550 kilometer. Okay. So like that you have to write the final answer. Okay. So students, try to do the next question. Next question is also same, that is question number 9. So I am doing the next one, that is question number 10. So see, in question number 10 the distance between two towns is given 458 kilometer. Okay. So suppose roughly I am drawing one diagram. This is these are two towns T1 and T2 and the distance between them is 458 kilometer. This is the distance. Okay. So next what is given? Two trains start from these two stations at the same time. So from these two stations, two trains are running. Two trains are going in the direction towards each other. Okay, towards each other. So they are traveling. So suppose this is train 1. I am taking this as train 1. From here train 1 starts. Okay. And this is going in this direction. Again train 2, suppose train 2 is here and train 2 is going again in this direction. Okay, they are going towards each other. Okay, so see the speed of train 1 is given 45 km per hour and speed of train 2 is also given 60 km per hour. Okay, so next what is given? See, in how many hours will they be 38 km apart from each other? So after how many hours they should maintain a distance of 38 km? So after some time what will happen? This train will be reaching at one point. Suppose this point is this point. Okay, I am taking this point. And suppose after some time train 1 is also reaching at some point. Okay, suppose that point is this one. And at these 2 points they are maintaining a distance of 38 km. Okay, so at that time the two trains are maintaining a distance of 38 km. So we have to find the time. Okay, that means after how many hours they should maintain a distance of 38 km. So we have to find the time taken by the train. Okay, so that it should maintain this much distance. So see what I have written. Let the distance travelled by train to be x kilometer. So what I have taken, because we know we are having one formula, speed is equal to distance by time. So using this formula we can easily do it. So let the distance travelled by train to be x kilometer. So this distance I am taking as x kilometer from this to this. Okay, this is x kilometer. So see, if you want to find this distance you can easily find, because see, up to this much distance is 38. This is x. So this whole distance will be how much? Yes, this whole distance will be 38 plus x. See, this is 38, this is x. That means the total distance is 38 plus x. So, and the whole distance from T1 to T2 is 458 km. So, if I want to find this distance, this is very simple. See, we have to subtract this part. That means from this to this part we have to subtract. Okay. And this part we have to subtract from what? We have to subtract from the total distance. So, total distance is 458. So, this distance will be what? 458 minus this much distance, that is 38 plus x. Okay. So, I have already written, see, let the distance travelled by train to is x kilometer, that distance. and therefore the distance traveled by train 1 should be equal to what? This much, that is 458 minus 38 plus x. So after solving, after opening the bracket, you will get 458 minus 38 minus x. That should be equal to 420 minus x. Okay. So this is the distance that is equal to what? 420 minus x. Okay. So this distance is x kilometer and this much distance is what? 420 minus x kilometer. So why we are finding this much distance? See, this distance and this distance is necessary because already we are given what? We are given speed. So if we find the distance, okay, this distance and this distance. So speed is given, distance is given, so we can easily find the time. Okay, so that's why I am in the previous question also. First of all, I have found what? The distance. Okay, distance is necessary here because we are finding time. Speed is already given. We have to find the distance first, then we can easily find the time. So now see, using this formula, first of all I am writing for train 1. So for train 1, in place of speed, see the speed of train 1, that will be 45. Distance for train 1, so this distance will be the distance covered for train 1 and this distance is this much. Already we have solved this one. This is 420 minus x. By time, we don't know the time, so we just write t. Okay. So next see, for train 2. For train 2, again speed is equal to distance by time. So speed for train 2 is 60. Distance will be how much? See, for train 2 the distance is x and time is t. So just transpose t to that side, it will get multiplied with 60. So the value of x is 60t. So we will just find this x, the value of x is equal to 60t in this equation in place of x. Okay. So just make this equation as equation number 1 and just write this equation as equation number 2. Okay. Next you have to write putting the value of x from equation 1 to equation 2. Okay. So see, after that part I have written. Okay. So we are substituting the value of x from equation 1 into equation 2. So this will be 45 is equal to 420 minus 60t by t. So just transpose t to that side. 45t is equal to 420 minus 60t. So then minus 60t will go to the left hand side and then add, and then we can easily find the value of t. So t is 4 hours. That means you can write finally the answer like this. After 4 hours, the train will be 38 kilometer apart from each other. Okay. So the same question number 10 and 11 are also 10 and 11 both are same. So already I have done 10 numbers. So try to do question number 11. So students, see the next question number 12. A car leaves Agra at 11 am traveling at 50 km per hour. So this is the speed of the first car. Okay. What is the speed of first car? This is 50 km per hour and it is leaving Agra at 11 am. That means time is also given. So next is, how fast would a second car be traveling if it leaves Agra an hour later? That means it leaves Agra at 12 noon. After 1 hour, that means at 12. Okay, at 12 noon, the second car left from the same place. Okay, and it is also going in the same direction. And what will happen? After some time, it overtakes the first car at 5 p.m. on the same day. That means on the same day, it overtakes the first car. Okay, so now first of all, see, from 11 am to 5 pm, you know the distance traveled by the two car will be same because they are going in the same direction. So distance traveled from Agra to what? To that place at which the time is what? 5 pm. So that distance is what? Equal for both the car. Okay, so you have to think that point. Okay, that point is very important. That is distance traveled by the two car from 11 am to 5 pm is same. Okay, so from 11 am to 5 pm, just find the time. Yes, you can easily calculate the time from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This will be what? 6 hours. That means car 1, time taken by car 1 will be what? 6 hours. So in the next case it is given that car 2 starts after 1 hour. Okay, after 1 hour, that means it takes how much hour? That second car takes how much hour? Yes, that will be what? 5 hour. Okay, because after 1 hour the second car starts from the same point, that is from Agra. Okay, and at 5 p.m. they are coming, just they are crossing each other. Okay, and which car crossing? Car number 2 is crossing the first car. Okay, so see here what is given now. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. we have to make the condition, we have to form the equation from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so see, speed of the first car, this is given. So we have already found the time taken by just counting from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can easily find the hour. So that is 6 hours. And next, let the speed of second car. We don't know the speed, so we have to take it as x kilometer per hour. Okay. Next, therefore, time taken by the second car will be after 1 hour. It is already clearly it is given that after 1 hour the second car starts. That means it takes 5 hours from that Agra up to which point? Up to the point where time is what? Where time is 5 p.m. Okay. So now we have the formula speed is equal to distance by time. So you know that here the main important point is distance is same. So here you can see that the place where I have written D, that will be same in both the cases because distance is same. So we can write in both the cases, we can write D only. Okay, so here speed for first car is 50, D in place of distance, and time is 6 hours. So just transpose 6 to that side, you will get 300. So D is equal to 300. And similarly for second car, speed we have taken x, distance D will be same, already I told you, and time is 5 hours. So just transpose 5 to that side, that will be 5x. So just mark it equation 1 and 2. So you can see the value of D here is 5x and here the value of D is 300. And both should be equal because distance, already I told you the important point, the distance is same. So rest you have to do what? In the next part you have to write equating the value of D from equation 1 and 2. Okay, so I am writing just short, in a short manner because you can do the rest of the calculation. See, so what is the meaning of equating? Means we are equaling the two values. Okay, here the value of D is 5x, here the value of D is 300. So we can equate the two values. By that way we will get 5x is equal to 300. So x is equal to what? 300 by 5. So just cancel it, you will get 60. So what was x? X is the speed of the second car. So what is the speed of second car? This will be 60 kilometer per hour. Okay. So next question is question number 12. That is also an interesting question. Sorry, question number 13. So here what is given in the first sentence? See, the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 7. So what is the meaning of this? Sum of digits of a 2-digit number. So what is a 2-digit number? First of all you have to check. What is a 2-digit number? 2-digit number starts with 10 and ends at 99. Okay. So 2-digit number is a number in which there are 2 digits present. So 10, 11, 12, 13 like this. It will go up to 99. So these are what? 2-digit number. Okay. So what is given in the first sentence? First of all you have to read the first sentence. Already I told you the steps. Okay. So in first sentence it is written that if you add the 2 digits, suppose this is a 2-digit number I have taken, and if I add the digits of it, that means I have to add 1 and 0. Okay. If I add the 2 digits present in a 2-digit number, then the answer is what? 7. So you know that there are many numbers, like there are 2-digit number which we can add so that we can get 7. Yes, there are many numbers. 16. If you add 1 and 6, you will get 7. Then 61 is there. Okay. Then next is 23. Okay. Then 32. Then 34, then 43. Okay, so there are many numbers, 70. Okay, there are many numbers, many two-digit number which you can add the digits, which after adding the digits of a two-digit number you will get 7. Okay, so there are many two-digit number, but we don't know what is that number. Okay, so here what we have to take, see, suppose I have taken the ones place of the two-digit number. As you can see, there are two places in a two-digit number. One is ones place and the other is tens place. So what I have taken in ones place? In ones place I have taken x. So what will be the tens place of it? It will be 7 minus x, because already it is given that if you add the ones place and the tens place, then you will get 7. It is given in the first sentence itself. Okay. So that means the tens place of the two-digit number will be 7 minus x. Okay, so now see, the two-digit number is look like this one. This is in tens place. Okay, and this is in ones place. Okay, just follow this. I have not written like this. If I write like this in bracket, then you just then it looks like that we are multiplying these two numbers, but it is not multiplied. This number is in tens place and this is in what? This is in ones place. That's why I have written it in boxes. Okay, rectangular boxes. So this is in tens place and this is in ones place. Okay, students, so see what is given next. If the digits are reversed means interchange. That means we have to write the tens place digit in ones place, and we have to write the tens place digit in ones place. Okay, we have to write reverse. Reverse means interchanged. Okay, that means you have to write ones place in place of ones place. This place you have to write 7 minus x, and in place of tens you have to write x. Okay, that means you have to interchange them. Then what will happen? The new two-digit number will be what? In place of in tens place x will come, and in ones place 7 minus x will come. Okay. Then next what is written? The number formed is 9 less than the original number. So new number is equal to what? It is 9 less than original number. Okay, so original number minus 9. This is according to the question. Okay, rest we have to solve, but first see here. So if you are given a two-digit number, how will you expand it? Suppose I have given one number, suppose 16. So how to expand it? See, 6 is in ones place, so we have to write 6 into 1, plus 1 is in tens place, that's why I have to write 1 into 10. Okay. So all total I can write 10 plus 6. Okay. Similarly like 16, if I write 7 minus x, this is my tens place, and in ones place suppose I have x. So what I have to write? If I write 16 like this, okay, in expand form, so if x is in ones place, I can multiply x with 1 and 7 minus x with what? 7 minus x with 10, because this is in tens place and this is in ones place. Okay, students, so we can multiply now. So 10 sevens will be 70, minus this will be 10x, plus this will be x. So whole total, this answer is 70 minus 9x. Okay. Similarly here, this was our original number. Okay, and the new number is this one. Here the ones place is changed. Okay, 7 minus x is the ones place, is in ones place. So we have to multiply 7 minus x with 1 and x with 10. Okay, so I am writing it here only. So new number will be what? This is the new number. So we have to multiply x with 10 plus 7 minus x is in ones place. So 7 minus x into 1. And original number already I have solved there. Okay, from there only I will write it. Okay, that is 70 minus 9x. So here I am writing 70 minus 9x minus 9. Okay, so just solve it. 10x, this will be 7 minus x. So see, after solving, after transposing, after collecting the x, the terms of x and the constant respectively, I got the value of x is equal to 3. Okay, so x is 3. So what was our original number? Our original number was x is in ones place and 7 minus x was in tens place. Okay, so in place of x you have to write 3, and this tens place will be what? 7 minus 3. Okay, 7 minus 3 is 4. So our number will be what? 43. This is our what? This is our original number. Okay, you can see from the previous, I already rubbed that part. Original number was 7 minus x. X was in ones place and 7 minus x was in tens place. So here, in place of x, you have to write 3. Here also 3. That means 43. So you can check again. See, add the digits in this 2-digit number 4 and 3. If you add 4 and 3, you will get 7. That was our first sentence. The question, the first sentence of the question was that one only. If you add the digits of a 2-digit number, then you will get 7. And yes, we are getting 7. So our original number is 43. So similar type of question is question number 14. Okay, 13 and 14 are same. So students, try to do these questions. I have explained everything. Okay, if you find any difficulty, any problem, I can again explain it to you in the doubt class. So just do the remaining question. Okay, thank you.